All right, this is a sorting plan that it is supposed to divide two separate order sets for slide 1, slide 2, and another one, which is a slide 3 for extra work pieces, beginning from the CAD design model, the mechatronic concept design model. I will start with some properties and then I will go for PLC. And after that, I will run the simulation. These are the properties that I've done. Rigid bodies, as you can see, also the collision bodies. And also I have divided collision bodies for bottom and top. As you can see, there is some division here. Because for the top one, the color sorting will be applied. And I needed to define some different categories. As you can see, for example, for black workpiece, I have defined category 3. But for the bottom one, which is collaborating as a general with conveyors and also other parts, I defined it the general one, which is category 0. The same goes on for the other ones, as you can see. Also, the fixed joints that need to be applied in order to keep the all the parts avoided from falling into as the gravity will be applied for it. The physical um, properties will be applied to it, as well as the hinge joint, which is defined for these two separators, as you can see, with the properties, and also sliding joints, which is for the stopper actually to extend and also to retract and then get it back. Okay, there are two collision materials that they have been applied for the conveyors as well. And also we have some collision sensors. As you can see, there are multiple sensors. This one would be for workpiece. These two, the first one, I have defined it for red one. The second one as sensor inductive would be used for silver workpieces and in formulas that I will tell you later on is for detection of black workpiece as well, which none of these will be triggered. And for the sinks, also, I mean that for removing the parts from the model, from the simulation, as you can see, I have defined object sync. So these separate light sensors are defined in order to define these 3, and also object source with time intervals. I have defined 15 seconds for overall and also 10 seconds for the black workpiece as offset. The first one, which is red workpiece, is 0 for the start offset, and for silver it would be 5 seconds. All right, also we have position control for separators, how much it should be rotated, and for the stopper as well, for rotation and also retraction. And we have speed control and transport surface for the conveyor as well. Then we have signal adapter here, which I have defined the parameters one by one. And then we have signals for defining input and outputs, as well as formulas that I've mentioned before. For example, for the red workpiece, if the red workpiece is triggered, it will be counted for red workpiece. If the inductive sensor is triggered, not the light sensor for red workpiece, it would be counted for silver one. And in the code, within the logic, I have defined that if none of these are activated, it means that it would be black workpiece. So going back to my simulation, we will go for TIA portal. Here we have PLC tags. As you can see, there are some inputs, outputs, and also some memories as booleans, as you can see, and also MW, which is integer memory values. And there are too many parameters that have been defined here. Also, through here, we have the code, as you can see, initial setup, emergency prompt, and also reset one. And I have defined two cases as main cases for slide 1 and slide 2. And as you can see here, if I just slide down, it would be here for these two separately with the same algorithm, kind of similar algorithm. So first one, we have some initial counts for the 0 case as a sub case within for slide 1, and everything would be set back in false. As you can see, all the counters would be assigned 0 number, and then if HMI run, which is a button here, which is assigned to this button, if it is triggered, it will start the process. And then it is for workpiece detection, as we had it through here. From this sensor, if it is detected, the stopper will be triggered as in order to prevent letting the workpieces into slides, because the color detection would be applied. So after that, the next step, the color sensing detection would be our next steps, as you can see. And then after that, it will check the order counts and also slide counts, which is about that how many workpieces we have based on their color, and also what is the user that wants. That I will explain it on HMI later on after explaining the code. And the same happens for silver one, for slide 1 as well, and also black one. If I just define that if it is not needed, it is not defined as user desire, each of the colors of the workpieces are not needed, it will be sent to slide 3, which I have defined it here. And later on, we have a stopper retraction. When we want to count up the counters for each workpiece, I will set it to workpiece in a slide, which would be this sensor. I got used this sensor. Once it is detected, each of these workpieces, it will be counted as 1. And also within it, if the total counts of workpieces in the slide is equal to the one which the user wants for the order, it will go to slide 1 full, for example, which the LED will be turned on. And I will explain it later on after this. And the same happens for silver and black one as well. Here we have some definition code for slide 3, also counting up for each of them. After that, if a slide is full, the conveyor also workpiece generation, I mean the object source, will be stopped. And it will be wait for the command of the user. And as you can see here, we have some buttons that it can do the object sync. It will remove them manually. And after that, the user can approve that it is already emptied. So I put these for that. After that, also we have another step that if it is emptied, everything will be set back to 0, everything will be reset, and on the next step, it will be waiting for new setup order setup actually for that slide. For example, if it is already emptied, everything will be reset, and then user can set up another preference for that order set for that specific slide. For example, for this one, it would be slide 1. After that, after the user is setting up the new order setup, it will switch to another slide. If it is currently at slide 1, it will start collecting for slide 2. And this happens vice versa from slide 2 to slide 1 as well. So it will be in a loop that will be working forever, collecting the preferences for the user. And also I have defined these 2 steps for slide 3. If slide 3 is full, also the LED should be on, turned on, and also once it is emptied, everything will be reset and the loop will be started again until we reach this place, which is slide 1 ready. So it will switch to slide 2 to collect all the work pieces, the orders actually. And here we have a slide 2 case, and all of these commands will be repeated again with the same algorithm for slide 2. And here I have defined emergency prompt and also reset button, which emergency one, will stop everything from working. For example, conveyor and also red workpiece, every generation of these 3 workpieces. If user start the reset button, it will be ready again from this case. So back into HMI, I have the red quantity. As you can see, we have total for slide 1. I would choose 1 for these, 2 of these, and 1 for these. For this one, I would choose 0, 1 for these, and 1 for these. And we shall start the simulation. All right. Once it is chosen, the user has to, use the order start button. When it's pressed, the whole program will be executed. All right, for better presentation. So this one would be extra 1, so it will be directly thrown to slide 3. We need 2 silver. Okay, now as you can see, the order 1, the order set for slide 1 actually is already finished. So it is waiting for the user to empty the slide. As you can see, I can empty it here. And then once it is empty, the user will choose this. As you can see, everything here, the counters will be reset. And then I will choose, for example, 0 for this, 0 for this, and also 1. Once it is set up, the user have to choose this, and it will start collecting slide 2. A new setup for slide 1 will be also stored for the next approach. Okay, we need one black, as you can see, for slide 2, and also one silver. So it will head to that, to slide 3 actually, because we didn't want any red workpieces for slide 2. All right, now it is already the order set 2 for slide 2 is already finished. As you can see, the yellow button is turned on. We should empty it now. We set empty, everything will be reset, and we choose another priorities. And then apply. So now it's about to go for slide 1. As you can see, the same happens again. So I'm gonna choose more. For example, one for these, one for these. All right. And empty the slide. It is already emptied. And I want to apply the new approach for slide 1. Now it is collecting those which is needed for setup 2, slide 2, and it will switch between slide 1 to slide 2, and also from slide 2 to slide 1 infinitely. And all right, now it is finished. Empty slide 2. It is emptied. All right. And it can detect all of the workpieces by color, no matter what the sequence is. It will gather it whenever it is needed. So we need one red piece, two silver one, and one black for a slide 1. Now it is again okay. Empty slide 1. It is emptied. Maybe put this in 0. Okay. New set. As you can see, we needed one black workpiece for slide 2. So the R1 just sent to slide 3. And once it reaches 6 workpieces, which is our limits, the red button will be turned on. Again, we won't need any more black workpiece in slide 2. So it will be headed to slide 3 again. Also, we won't need any more red one. All right, let's empty the slide 2 again. It is emptied. I want only 1 silver and 1 black. And slide 2 is empty. It will apply now it will approach slide 1 order for now. All right, now the slide 3 is already full. It will ask the user to empty it. So let's empty this and say that it is emptied. So it will continue the journey for slide 1 as well. We needed 2 workpieces, red workpieces for slide 1. And okay, and it's going on. And also, once I emptied this and set the order again, once it will be go for this, I can use the emergency stop as well. As you can see, it stops and for reset, and then it can go through it again. So that's it. That's how the simulation works. It was all about the color sorting that we had in order to uh, detect all the workpieces by their color or material and divide them into different slides in order to store them, and also um, being able to continuously update our order set. So thank you for watching.